Hello, my name is Vandana Siew Sankar-Ali and I'm a clinical psychologist, and I'm so happy to partner with Seroptimist International Shibona in recognition and observance of mental health awareness, which is recognized worldwide by several countries in the month of May. And this year we'll be doing a series of videos that address women's mental health. Today, the first topic that we'll be covering is in relation to self-care and stress management. Women complain so much about being stressed and overwhelmed. And so it's really important to first begin by understanding what is stress. Stress is essentially an imbalance between the demands and expectations that are placed upon ourselves, either by ourselves or others, and our coping resources. So it's when we feel that we cannot cope with all that we have to do, and that causes us to feel overwhelmed and unable to function at our best capacity. Over time, excessive stress can cause us to feel a sense of burnout, which is manifested in physical and emotional or mental exhaustion, cynicism, where we tend to identify less with our role, as well as a reduced sense of ability or competence in our role. And when we feel stressed, that can manifest in multiple ways. It can manifest in a mental realm where we feel irritable, we may feel that we're unable to concentrate. It may manifest in an emotional realm where we start to feel anxious or depressed or irritable and unable to tolerate a lot. It may manifest itself in a physical realm where we feel neck aches, stomach aches, headaches, muscle tension. And in the behavioral realm, we may find ourselves getting in conflict easily, we may be prone to accidents, we may feel that we do not want to socialize with others, and we may wish to withdraw. So when we recognize that we are feeling stressed, it's therefore important to take stock and ensure that we take the necessary steps to care for ourselves. But women have so much stress from so many sources. The burden of responsibility tends to fall on women to be responsible for the affairs of their home. They have to know everyone's routines. They're managing body image issues for themselves. They're working through relationship issues with their partners, dealing with the stresses of parenting and looking after children and all that goes along with that. They're dealing with work stresses. So it's a lot. And therefore, let's talk today about what are some strategies that women can do to look after themselves and to self-care. So we hear this term self-care bandying about. What exactly is self-care? Well, self-care is any activity that we do to take care of our mental and emotional health. It's any activity that helps to refuel and replenish us and move us closer to a healthier sense of well-being. So, of course, we don't want to have self-care in such a way that it's another thing to add to our list of the many things we have to do, and then we start to feel even more stressed about it. So what are some simple ways that we can engage in self-care and stress management? Well, you're looking for ways that you can build it simply into your routine of things that you're already doing. So, maintaining a healthy diet, engaging in a moderate amount of exercise on a daily or weekly basis, staying hydrated, doing simple things that help you to pause and relax. It might be taking a quiet stroll, reading a book, a hug from a loved one, playing with your pets, just doing some deep breathing and guided imagery, mindful activities such as yoga or meditation. These can go a long way in helping you to pause and trigger that relaxation response. But apart from these things, we should also be seeking to cut out any unhealthy habits that might just add to our stress levels in the long term. And so these include cutting out substance use, procrastination, and other unhealthy habits that eventually just build up and cause more stress. In addition to these things, it's also important to incorporate healthy and more positive mindsets and thought patterns. So first of all, we need to be careful about the messages and the narratives that we are telling ourselves. We need to be more gentle and compassionate with ourselves and pay attention to the self-talk. If we find that we're very critical of ourselves, we need to start practicing positive and validating self-talk for ourselves. We also need to practice reframing negative thoughts into positive, more enthusiastic thoughts. It's also important to establish boundaries. When we are not able to have healthy boundaries in relation to how we communicate with others, in relation to our relationships with others, this causes stress. So establishing those boundaries that are healthy for us is very important for our mental health. Practicing gratitude. This is so important. Neuroscience studies have shown that it is physiologically impossible for our body, our brain, to simultaneously feel stress and gratitude. So simple things as remembering the reasons that we have 3 things that we have to be grateful for today, or ending our day in an introspective mood where we think back about the things that we are grateful for. These things are very helpful in managing our mental health. Shifting our focus as well from a problem orientation to a solution focus orientation. This is also very helpful in reducing stress levels. So altogether, these are simple strategies that I want to encourage you today to start to inculcate within your life and make it a lifestyle change as you seek to manage your stress and bring about self-care as a natural part of your daily routine. We are most resilient at life and handling life stressors when we are our best physically and emotionally. So take care of yourselves, ladies. We take care of everyone around us. It's time that we prioritize our own mental health and take care of ourselves as well. Until our next talk, have a lovely one, and remember, take care of yourself.